I just spoke with the guys and talked about we had an exceptional week of preparation. But as I mentioned last night, the preparation is not enough. We have to go out and execute. And I thought we did that today. In all three phases, some great things showed up. When you look at how we're built from a standpoint of everything we do starts up front, we had 185 yards rushing, and then Foreman had 113 of that. So very impressive in regards to that. Sam Darnold, when given the opportunity to drop back in the pocket, he was 11 for 19 for 164. We took our shots down the field, which I felt like we could do today, and he did a great job connecting with DJ on that deep one. Defensively, third down, phenomenal opportunity for us to improve. They were 4 for 14 with 29% on third down. And we talked about getting off the field and giving the ball back to our offense. Another key thing that we talk about all the time is time of possession. We had the ball for 37 minutes, a little over 37 minutes today, which is extremely impressive. I want to congratulate J.J. Jansen for tying the most games played in Panther history. Hell of a young a gentleman there. I was going to say young man, but he's not a young man. But I love JJ. And with that, I'll take your questions.
Steve, you challenged the day 1 and day 2 draft picks. You challenged the offensive line. You challenged DJ Moore. All those guys, to see them respond the way they did this week, what does that tell you about this locker room and this team?
It just confirms the kind of character that we have in that locker room. Guys that care about one another, guys that care about their craft and trying to perfect and do their job to the fullest. So very impressed, but not surprised.
Steve, what was your evaluation of how Sam played?
I thought he did a good job today. I still got to evaluate the tape, but again, you know, managed the game, ran the offense efficiently, connected down the field at times. We moved the pocket, did a great job getting outside. We tried to establish that early on, so on the surface, pretty good.
Steve, what does this win mean heading into the bye week? And then is the next step for this group to beat a team like Seattle, who you face next?
I think the next step, as I just finished with the guys, we need to do something that we haven't done all year. All right, number 1, which is win on the road, regardless of who we're playing. And then number 2, let's win 2 in a row.
Steve, you guys have experimented with extra offensive linemen on the field. Cape Made's being used as a fullback. What do you like about that look?
Again, you know, with Gio being out this week, commend, you know, the offensive coaches trying to get creative and still find a way to utilize what we do within our system. And I'm proud of Mays, as I told him at the end of the game on the sideline. I thought he stepped up this week and performed well.
You could argue this is as good of an offensive line that Sam's ever had in this league. With that being the case, how optimistic are you about what he can do behind that line?
Again, I'm proud of the guys up front and the opportunities that they give us in the pass and run game. With Sam back there trying to operate, it just gives him a lot of confidence. As you just alluded to, I can't speak for him, but he may feel the same way, you know, that this may be the best he's had since he's been in the league. So hopefully he can continue to go out there and operate in a good fashion.
Coach, Deontay Foreman had more than 100 yards on the ground. Rushing. DJ Moore had more than 100 receiving yards. Can you talk about the balance that your offense was able to achieve on a defense that came into this game ranked in the top 3?
Well, I think you guys called it out last week of how we can get DJ the ball more, how we can be more creative. So I think, you know, we got to get the ball to our stars. And I thought, again, the offensive coaches did a great job in trying to create that formula this week. Deontay got to get his touches in order to get going a little bit. So, and you know, I think he had a little over 20, and that's really his threshold right there. He got to get at least 20 touches to get going. And again, we created some good things with DJ, just trying to, you know, play action to get over the top. I felt like we can really run by these guys as good of a secondary they have. Sometimes they squat and sit on things, so it was good to see that.
Steve, you mentioned the next step is winning on the road, but you're undefeated at home now as the interim head coach, and this franchise went a long time not winning at home? How special are these wins?
It's very special, particularly when you can do it in front of your home crowd. You know, I want to continue to try to put a good product out there so we can please our fans. They came out today and supported us well. And going back with the Thursday night game, you know, it took me back to how it was in the past. It was electric. So I want those guys to continue to come out and support us in high fashion.
Was it a good problem that you had to tell them not to do the wave?
It's always one. It's always one.
Brian Burns, double-digit sacks. He reached that milestone in the game today. Can you talk about what makes him a special player?
Well, he's just, number one, he's so athletic, but his speed off the edge, and then his ability to be able to work his hands and then have such a great spin move. So I think he puts a lot of pressure on the tackles that sometimes you get those guys to overset, and then now he can turn speed into power, which he does a great job of.
Without getting a chance to see the tape yet, of the plays that you saw from Sam today, which impressed you most?
Oh, I think, you know, I can't just really pinpoint one. I love the mere fact how he was able to get outside the pocket and, you know, try to win with his feet and still have his eyes down the field to try to execute. And then when you talk about trying to push the ball down the field, that throw to DJ was phenomenal, just pinpoint accuracy.
Steve, also, what he did avoid was the big mistake. He never, you know, threw the ball away at times. Was that impressive?
We talk about that all the time, and, you know, just really trying to manage the game. When I say manage the game, I'm talking about being smart, not, you know, forcing it in there, always ready to take your check down, particularly when we get in field goal range, not taking a sack, throwing the ball away, just being aware of the situations, and I thought he did a good job of that today.
Hey, you've been really wanting to see Sam for quite a while now. What about him that you see in practice that you feel was going to translate to what he did on the field today?
Just, again, his arm strength, being able to put the ball down the field, his ability to get outside the pocket and win with his feet, you know. So Sam's extremely athletic. People probably don't really see or think that, but and he's fast. So he's shown a lot in practice, and you saw a lot of that today.
Steve, getting on that ball and rolling into the end zone, is it just instinct?
Again, is someone that is in tune to the situation and understand the rules of the game. So we got to make sure we hold on to it and protect it. But he was quick to get on it and realize no one touched him. So, yes, it was smart of him rolling into the end zone.
We'll do a couple more mental side of Sam. Is that something you've noticed over the last few weeks or months?
Say that one more time, David. I'm sorry.
The mental side of Sam, because that's been the one thing. He makes those mental mistakes in the past.
Well, I really can't, you know, reflect on the past with Sam again, because I really wasn't here with him. But I can tell throughout this process he has been so locked in and focused, particularly last week when he was up and dressed. You know, his attention to detail and the questions he was asking, even doing practice, and then locked in doing the game. So that's the only things I can go off of right now.
Does he start at Seattle?
Yes, he does start at Seattle.
I was going to ask about the fake one. What? I was going to ask about the fake one. I'm sorry.
What's your question about
Just
the fake one?
kind of, was it a way to set the tone really?
It was a way of setting the tone early, something that we had talked about all week long. We had a few up last week. We didn't really present the look, but we was going to try to be aggressive so we can try to steal some possession. That's why, you know, you're talking about over 37 minutes. That was one of the situations that helps us do that.